Okay, so, well, there was a follow-up question, so maybe I'll just clarify that follow-up question before we answer the other ones. It's about wearing jeans, right? So we have covered that before, and the last time we answered, because there was a question that came up following that about wearing jeans, and I think we kind of rushed through it, so we did not re-cover that topic. And then some questions came up. Now, number one is the question that we absolutely cannot wear jeans to church. Is that what we are saying? Or who wore jeans today? Then you have to, stay outside. Are we saying that? Number one. Number two, as long as you wear jeans, means you are rebellious. So are we saying that? That's the second thing. So we want to clarify those. Number one, now historically, yes, we quickly mentioned jeans was part of a rebellious culture. Jeans part of rebellious culture. But in the first place, jeans was not invented out of rebellion, right? The material, so I know someone answered that, and I'm sure the person was thinking about the part about why it is discouraged. The person did not explain, which I'm sure the person also knows. Now jeans are blue, right? Usually. No blue. Okay, green jeans. Right? Now jeans was made more because of the work culture. A material that is very tough, very thick. That's why like the first Levi jeans, do they still have it on their logo? It's two animals trying to rip the pants apart, right? Is that tough kind of thing? So it was because of the farmers, those doing hard labor. So the material was mainly used for that. We all know that, right? It's over time that it became kind of like, wow. Then it became like a bit of a cult following. And then in the cultural change, revolution, the young people like to wear jeans more out of a sign of rebellion, right? So people will dress this way formally and so on. They feel that we want to dress like that. It was more a counterculture, all right? So this you cannot deny. In the time of the American history especially, it became a very big thing. So at that time, churches, because you have to remember at that time, it's that kind of culture. They want to dress like that as a sign of we rebel against anything that is traditional, that is formal, that is reverential, that kind of thing. So they want to rebel. So at that time, it was very prevalent. So then churches would say, please, don't follow the world. That time, the worldliness concept is that. Today, do people wear jeans out of rebellion? I think, at least in our society, I don't think so, right? Not, right? Right? So, but if, for example, we were in a small town in America now, and in that small town, this is still very strong. This is still very strong. Wearing jeans is the way to show I come to church, I'm wearing jeans, because I want to tell the church that we don't listen to you. I'm just forced to come to church because of my parents. But I'm wearing this to let you know I rebel. Understand? So they cannot rebel openly, they dress. Now, if we were in a very small town, dirt road, and then that town is like that, should we discourage that? We would. Right? We would. But by and large, we are not saying that jeans is still that culture and you should not, never, ever, if you wear, please stand outside, kind of thing. So that is clarification. But I want to say that moving, should we then always want to wear jeans? We've covered before. Jeans, although it's not a rebellion culture, but by and large, most of the time is still linked to a casualness. Correct? Today. You agree? You don't agree? So people who see pastors like that, they say, this is the old-fashioned traditional. So one of the things that they tell contemporary churches today that want to reach the contemporary crowd, They say church is very stuffy, very formal. So one of the things that they write to tell the pastors, now if you want to attract the young and the casual, then one of the things you change in your dressing is wear jeans, wear t-shirts. Then now they associate with you. So it's still associated with a casualness. But please know it is not just in church. Even in workplaces. Do you agree in workplaces, by and large, people still feel that coming to work, to a meeting with an important client, coming in jeans, by and large, it is still frowned on. I agree if you are in the creative industry. Yeah? You should even have a long ponytail, right, to them? For men, I'm talking about men, right? So, by and large, yeah, certain industry, but I think by and large, we are talking by and large, it is still associated with a casualness. You agree? Would you wear jeans, faded, torn blue jeans, to go for an interview to be a manager? Well, it depends what company. Maybe some for creative, yeah, you're supposed to. But by and large, I'm talking about generally, all right? So no one can say it's definitely not, but by and large. Okay, so I think if you will go for an interview, if you're going for a formal event, most of you in your formal event in school, even the school will say dress in a certain way. Okay, so it's more that. So it's the attitude and idea of casualness. If you dress properly for interviews, for important events, formal events, just because worship is every week, we tend to become very casual about it. But is worship casual? Who are we coming before? We are coming before the living God, the holy God. We come with reverence. If you dress like that, reverence, just because it's once in a while activity, you dress with more carefulness out of, actually why do you dress like that? It's usually out of also respect to the other person, right? So it is more that. Why do we say that if should we dress formally? I'm not saying next week onwards everyone wear a suit. All right? So people like to generalize to different extremes. You know, what is considered normal, formal, proper? I think that's a good thing. So it's you and God, you know. Now, by and large, also, jeans are, for example, we come for busy bee. You're going to see me wearing jeans. Ooh, pastor wearing jeans, right? Because it is just like we kneel down, we fall down, we have all sorts of things drop on our trousers. So there's something wrong. The work, right? But by and large, we're talking about worship and gatherings before the Lord. We want to be reverential. Okay, that's all I want to say. Any other questions? All very serious. I hope it clarifies. If you're still not very sure, ask. All right. So for example, you went for some sports event in school. Do you want to wear a skirt to do high jump? No, right? So you may be wearing certain attire that's appropriate. That's all. Can? Okay. So we are not cults, all right? Okay, so now, next question. Hey, seriously, any other clarification? No, huh? But if you still have, come and look for me. Very happy to clarify. All right, so it is still a good thing to dress properly before the Lord. Just because it's 7 days every week, we take it for granted. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts, what church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from